So the problem with open borders is you don't know exactly who's coming in. Millions have come in, we know that, but who are they? Well, some are decent people just looking for a better life, to work hard, etc. You often hear that. Some of them aren't decent people, and a lot of them, even if they are decent, are being moved into our country by drug cartels who control much of Mexico. There's a drug war underway there. Did you know that? So along with people, drugs come in vast quantities into the United States, particularly fentanyl, which is very easy to smuggle. And it's easy to smuggle because just 2 milligrams of fentanyl can kill you. One of the worst stories we've seen in a long time, worst developments, is the fact that drug dealers are now mixing fentanyl into cocaine without letting anybody know, of course, because the trade is illegal. Now, cocaine may be bad, but it's commonly used by young people. That's just true. So people using cocaine think they're using cocaine. People who are not drug addicts or fentanyl addicts wind up dying. 6 young men just overdosed on cocaine laced with fentanyl in Florida. Here's a local news report about it.
Paramedics and police racing to a home where they say at least 6 men overdosed. One in such bad shape, he's currently in ICU. Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue telling us this all went down Thursday at a rental property on Northwest 29th Court and 9th Avenue in Wilton Manors. That scene here listed as an Airbnb. Investigators say the home was full of people who were here on spring break when at some point some began doing drugs and OD'd.
We were being told that 4 of those individuals had taken a substance that was believed to be cocaine laced with fentanyl. When they went down into cardiac arrest.
That's when first responders say 2 friends of the 4 victims began doing CPR, which exposed them to the dangerous drug as well.
So scary. There are reports that the men you just saw in the report are cadets at West Point. But this is happening to a lot of people, and many of them are dying. 100,000 last year. Maybe you know some. Derek Maltz is the former head of DEA Special Operations Division. He joins us tonight. Mr. Maltz, thanks so much for coming on. This seems like, you always read these drug stories, and it's hard to know whether they're real, whether it really is a trend. This does seem real. Is it?
Tucker, absolutely. I mean, this is nothing new. Last November, we had 6 kids dead in Southold, Long Island, Suffolk County, cocaine with fentanyl. Just look this week, we had 2 kids dead in Portland, high school teenagers. The community is in disarray. You had, like in Colorado last week, you had 3 dead in a hotel room. You had 5 dead 3 weeks ago in an apartment in Colorado. You had in the nation's capital by Washington Nationals Park, you had 10 drop. 2 or 3 died. San Francisco, we could go on all night, Tucker. Remember, this is a big thing. This is 1 gram of sweet and low. 1 gram of this sweet and low can kill 500 people if it was fentanyl. So it doesn't take a lot to kill. And unfortunately, the Mexican cartels are working with the Chinese transnational criminals, bringing in mass amounts of fentanyl, making fake pills. The DEA administrator reported in December, Tucker, that there was enough fentanyl seized by the DEA alone to kill everyone in America. So the pills are rampant in the cities all throughout America. The cartels are making billions. The border is wide open. And then the president said that the drug crisis is an unusual and extraordinary threat to American national security. But the vice president, the president, they're not even talking about it. No public service announcements, no education to the kids. The parents that I work with throughout America, they're devastated. They didn't even know what fentanyl was. So thank you, Tucker, for caring about these kids and these families and talking about it on primetime TV.
Well, I think most Americans know someone who's died from this. And these are, all deaths are tragic, but kids who are not drug addicts are just like college kids doing something stupid and then they die. I mean, so China is causing the deaths of 100,000 Americans a year. Why is nobody saying anything about this?
Tucker, 285 a day are dying. Nobody's saying anything about it because it's politicized. This is not a red or a blue issue. It's a red, white, and blue issue. All Americans, all families, all races, all economic backgrounds are impacted. Unfortunately, the White House has their old, antiquated talking points on the old opioid crisis, when the big pharma corporate cartels were bombing the country with 100 billion opioids in an 8-year, 9-year period. No one was really talking about it back then, but now our whole population is addicted. But here's the scary part, Tucker. The young kids, as young as 12, 13 years old, going on social media, buying the fake pills, and the parents are finding them dead. This has never happened in the history of the country. This isn't the same old drug crisis. These are fentanyl murders, fentanyl poisonings, and the cartels are building up capabilities. One example, Tucker, back in October, they seized a lab in Sinaloa, Mexico. The AP reported the lab was producing 70 million blue fake pills.
Yeah, I mean, you know, without the United States, Mexico has no economy. So we probably have some leverage to stop this. Maybe we should. Derek Maltz, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.